Welcome to Enlightened Mystic Essentials. I'm Leah. Today we will be discussing the head becoming the tail and the tail becoming the head, which I know a lot of you are familiar with, right? If you are new to my channel, I'm Leah. I read numbers, colors, talk to spirits. I do not beat around the bush. I will give it to you straight up, blood raw, no chaser, right? Today, we won't be doing a reading, but I was told to come forth and bring a message, or for a lot of you, a warning. They told me that like a lot of warnings have been given, right? And a lot of people haven't been taking heed. But now we're literally in countdown mode, right? So I have a few pictures that I drew the best I could, but I'm going to explain everything to you to kind of give you a visual of what I seen, right, or what they showed me. It's a lot going on, but since I've had this dream and it was like you got to put it out, I've been noticing a lot of things. We're going to talk about the cicadas. We're going to talk about the lights, the northern lights as they call them, that a lot of people have been seeing over the United States if you stay in the upper half of the United States. So when we talk about the head becoming the tail and the tail becoming the head, they told me like that is a good way or a good analogy as humans put it, right? So think about what I'm saying, as humans put it, right? So what I did was I went and looked up the word analogy. And the thing about it is, some words I looked up the definition to give anyone who needed clarity of certain words that they used, a definition to kind of best explain what is being said or what is trying to be relayed, right? So the head to tail, or tail to head is a good analogy. But everything is returning to its original state. And that was like the main thing that they kept saying. The original state is coming back. The original state is coming back. So in the analogy, which means a comparison between two things from the purpose of clarification, right? So in the analogy of head, tail, tail, head, what they showed me was like two poles, right? Two poles. You got A as the original state and B as its opposite, because it's always about opposites. It's always about dualities. It's always about a positive or negative, or as some say, a positive and a not so positive. Or like you have the yin and the yang, or you have subconscious, conscious, right? You have the up, the down, right? You have feminine, you have masculine. So it's always about the duality. But in this dream, they showed me that these two poles, they stay the same, right? They stay facing each other. They stay the same. So it's like one never passes by the other. They just stay the same, but it's kind of like their energy rotates. But as it rotates, it stays the same. So they were telling me, like, when you talk about the head becoming the tail and the tail becoming the head, it's like an exchange of energy of what point, or like point A, point B, right? Positive, negative. What energy is going to have the most influence in the world at that time, right? So if you were talking about the original state or the returning of the original state, because they said original state, the original man, everything has to go back, right? And then it made me think about like they keep talking about, oh, the great reset, the great reset. Everything is getting ready to reset. It's so much, and it's so much going on. It's so many telltale signs, right? So this is one of my drawings that I drew the best I could, and I'm gonna try to explain it, and I hope you get it, because is like they said, it's a message for me but a warning to others. Listen, man, this is not the time to not humble yourselves, right? Not humble yourselves. So here's my drawing, and I'm going to explain because I'm going to show you and point out things. So when I first seen it, right, we have the focal point. So the focal point is like the area or the point on which the most energy is felt, right? So when you have the tail coming in, they tell me like point B, or the focal point of B, is negative. You see the minus for the negative, and it is the tail. And then the opposite of it would be positive. You see the positive sign, or point A, which would be the head. So in the time where everything is chaotic, like all these wars is going on, and you know what's crazy? It's a lot more wars going on than the people in the States know about. Like last time I heard, it was like 28 wars going on, but we don't hear about the 28, right? You have to be that. Listen, I've been here for years, and I've been telling you guys, you got to get tuned in. This is not the time not to be. It's a lot going on. It's a lot if you live in their world that you're not being told or exposed to. Okay, so anyway, back to it. So you have negative leading, right, in this picture. So when the energies move, you see how I got the arrows showing you how the energies move. So when you have your negative leading and the energies rotate, you have the negative plus negative. Those are across from each other. So as your energy transforms and it changes, the exchange of energy, this is when it flips. It flips down here. It flips. Now you look at your positive on the side, the negative on the side, but you have your negative plus and your plus negative at the top as the what? Focal point. So when you start having this situation happen, because you can say like the negative is not such like maybe the mindset of the people are more negative. People are not so more thankful. They don't show a lot of gratitude. You have a lot of people with the nose in the air, a lot of mean, nasty people, a lot of bad things, or a lot of not so positive things that humans or people can do to other people is going on. Like this is what time we in, right? You see all the stuff going on with the celebs, you see the stuff going on with the gov, and it's a lot of not so positive things. And it's like we're coming to a time where we're getting ready to get past all of that, because everything must go back to its original state. So it's like the final image is this, right? Where the focal point becomes the positive. Now you see how the head is at the top and the tail stays across from it. But what they say, as above, so below. You see that? It's all about an energy exchange. That's what time we in. And then the earth, right, is giving us more and more visuals of where she's at. So let me keep going. So we talked about the rotating points, right? Then I gotta go back over here. So then it said, okay, then it went from the poles, right, in the vision, because that's basically what it was, like a vision. And it showed me that guy off of he played in Insidious, and he played in The Conjuring, right? He was the dad, the husband, remember? I had to go look him up. His name is Patrick Wilson. So now I'm in my house, right? And my front door is wide open, like I have no door on my front door. And I look up because I'm in the living room, and I see Patrick Wilson coming through my front door. And it's crazy because all he has on is boxers. So I'm like, what is going on here? So I say, well, let me see what's going on. Right? I'm dreaming, but I know I'm dreaming. So I know the just, go with the flow. So he's walking through the house. So you come through the front door. He walks through the living room, passes the kitchen into the den, which is also my shop, and goes out the back door, which is the deck. He goes around the house, passes the big tree, and then boom, there's a mud pit there. I'm like, when did this get here? Who built this? And it was like a rectangle. I mean, it was huge, and it was full of mud. And he laid down in the mud pit, and he just started wallowing in the mud. So he's rolling around. Everything on him is covered except for his eyes. Literally, a rectangle is the area that was like free of mud. Everything else on him was covered in mud. So I'm just looking like, okay. So he's covered in mud. So now I was standing there looking at him. I wasn't saying anything because you learn to look, observe, especially when you know you're dreaming, right? So then they took me out of my physical form, right? They took me out of this body and they changed me to spirit, like spirit form. So when they changed me to spirit form, they kind of like backed me all the way up. And what I could see was, I seen the tree. So here's my other image. You can laugh if you want, but anyway. So I seen the tree. I hope you guys can see it because I tried to show the different layers of earth, right? So here's the tree, right? This is supposed to be the big tree that's in my backyard, right? And then they showed me like one layer of earth, then another layer of earth, then another layer of earth. It was like 3 layers. And as you went deeper into the earth, it got darker and darker. But then I started seeing all of these green, like foam type bubble things. They were like, I don't know what they were, but it was like poofy green gas or poofy green foam, or they was all in circles. All of them was circles. Then they was coming up from the ground, right? So now, mind you, the dude Patrick, right, who played in Insidious and Conjuring, he's still rolling around and wallowing in the mud. He never stopped. And then I seen the green foam. It seeps up from the bottom of the earth, right? And now it's in a mud pit with him. And it's all over him. But this is the thing. All you see is mud. But I see the green there too. And I'm like, what is going on? And he gets out the mud pit. And I see like the green foam soak into his body. And he just like walks off, disappears. So I say, now mind you, I know I'm dreaming once again. I say, what is that? What is that green stuff? What is that? And they say, call it synergy. That's what they said. Call it synergy. And I was like, call it synergy. So of course I went and looked up synergy. I've heard of synergy. I have oracle cards that have the word synergy and whatever that oracle card means at that time. So I went and looked up synergy. Synergy says this. It says synergy is the interaction, right? Or the collaboration of 2 or more agents or substances to produce a combined effect greater than if the 2 were separated. I don't know what the 2 is. All I know is it got something to do with some type of plant energy or something coming from the earth, right? So this is what they say. They spoke and said, everyone, okay, here you go. They spoke and said, everyone with this foam energy, right? Foam energy, whatever the green is, right? In their body will live. This is what they say. Everyone without it will not. So walk around for the next few months on the ground as much as you can with your bare feet, or even make a mud pit. At this point, I'm thinking, now mind you, I'm still in the dream. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm finna make a mud pit in my backyard and I'm finna go out there and wallow in this mud. I don't know. Listen. So, the signs, right? We talking about the signs. The earth is showing you signs now. They say that the earth is getting ready to release this foam, right? The foam. But this foam, I feel like it's not going to be seen like you think, right? It can only be absorbed through like bare skin. Now, I'll tell you this. Personal readings, like I do my personal readings, I talk to spirit. And for months, on top of months, I kept saying, what is going on? My readings have been telling me, go lay upon the earth. Go breathe her in. Go lay in the bosom of the earth. And I'm like, what is going on? Why they keep telling me? And I know it's something, because before my mother died a couple years ago, they kept telling me that my mother was going to go. My mother was going to go. My mother was going to go. I never told her that she was getting ready to leave, but I kind of like showed her the way, and she got it and she understood. And when she crossed over, she was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was like, yeah, but I never had the heart to come tell you who's gonna go, but I did drop some gems. But now, like, we're here now, I understand why they kept saying just go lay on the earth. And a lot of times I went outside in my backyard, I laid a sheet down and I just laid on the earth. And I remember some of my readings telling me to look at nature. And when I laid down, or me and my kids laid down in the backyard, you know what always appeared above us? Dragonflies. Dragonflies represent metamorphosis. If you don't know about the life cycle of dragonflies, you need to go look. Like, they go through a lot. Do you know that they come from underwater, and then they transform, and then they come above ground, and they actually are predators. Dragonflies hunt butterflies, flies, mosquitoes, mosquito hawks. Like, they're like a insect flying predator. Like, yeah, it's a lot. So the signs that we're seeing, I know I'm kind of getting off topic, but like this was just different. It kind of actually shook me or rocked me in a different way, because I was dreaming and they was giving me visions in the dream. It was crazy. I never had a dream or a vision like this, like a vision within a vision, right? So they said, look at the cicadas. If you don't know about the cicadas, go look into the cicadas. May and June are the time when these 3 broods of cicadas are getting ready to get released. And like, these broods consist of, usually like the cicadas get released at like so many years or something. But this is the time frame. I think it's been 221 years or something like that, since all the broods have been released at once. So you're gonna have like trillions, and I'm not even playing. I didn't say millions, I didn't say billions, I said trillions of cicadas being released or trying to be released. But guess what? You got all these concrete cities, baby. The roads, the houses, concrete. Concrete is the opposite of nature. So it's trying to stop what's really happening. So you got all of these cicadas coming up, right? And they're coming up, they're trying to mate. You got the male cicadas, they calling in the females and stuff. But what is occurring is a natural rhythm of a theta wave. And I don't know if you heard of people talk about theta waves. The simplest thing I can tell you about the theta wave is when the theta wave is hitting, that is a time of manifestation. Like you can really get some things done and some things like sent up and come back in theta wave. And they only work in like the rhythm of the sun. So from the time the sun rises to the time the sun falls, guess what? That theta wave is out there. Think about it. You got trillions of cicadas. You might not hear it. Some people might hear it. Listen, it's a lot going on. The other sign and symptom is the northern lights, like I said. So, what they told me, let me go back. Okay, before I get off, before I jump. Okay, so you got the cicadas, and then now you got the northern lights, like, the energy being released, and some people seeing it, right? So when they said everything is going back to its original state. And everything that is fake will not make it. Fake. You will not make it. Everything that has been in a lab, that has been reproduced, made, modified, will not survive. This includes animals, plants, fruits, vegetables, anything that has been contaminated by man or mankind or like man, it's not gonna make it, right? So I know a lot of you probably have been seeing like the videos of like these animals that they say, oh, they been extinct for thousands of years. Their words, right? Not mine, their words. They show you all these pictures, they show you all these images, they show you all these bones, and they say, oh, they've been extinct. This is what happened 50, 100, 11,000 million years ago. Well, guess what they said? They said that a frequency, so what they showed me was this. A lot of the animals that they tell you that have been extinct, they have not been extinct. They have been asleep. So now, I'm still dreaming. They show me like the movie Godzilla. When they have to go into the earth and wake Godzilla up. Remember the cave, the fire, they underwater or whatever. This was a couple years ago. This is kind of sort of what's going on. But instead of them like how, so they kind of explained it like with the right frequency from the earth and the right temperature. Now you're starting to realize why they so big on the chemtrail, like trying to cool off the earth. The heat plays a factor. The temperature plays a factor. Like they said, the earth has the frequency that have put them to sleep with the right temperature. Now she's releasing their frequency to wake them up because the temperature is right. So now we go to like us, the people. They say no worries, don't worry. So for the people, so before I go there, so now this is what I see in a dream. So now I'm out of my backyard and it's kind of sort of like I'm in class or I'm sitting at a desk, right? And I'm kind of like looking forward. So now I see like, how like the slot machines, how the reels go on the slot machine. It was kind of like that, but it was only two reels. So I'm sitting at a desk or I'm sitting somewhere and I'm looking straight. So in front of me, there's two reels and they're going real fast. They spin it and then they start to slow down. And then it shows like a dinosaur. Some of the dinosaurs I've seen before through pictures, some of them I have never seen. And I was like, oh my God, people gonna be freaked out. So then they show me the same dinosaur, but there's different tweaks on these it's same dinosaur, but it's different tweaks. Like, say, for example, like a zebra. We're going to use a zebra for an example. You know how the zebras we see are white and black, right? Well, back in the day, before they were modified to be black and white, they could be white, black, and brown, right? But we wouldn't know because we were never taught this. We were never shown this. So now you got these two side by side. They look alike. They have some of them, some similarities, something's different. And then the one that's fake, it just popped and went away. But the one that was real, it remained. And when it popped, it said fake. When that picture popped and went away, what replaced the picture that was fake was the word fake. Like, this side was fake. And then it came and it kept going, all these different dinosaurs, animals. Some of them I had never seen before. But I was kind of like looking like, okay, now I'm seeing the differences. Like, now they jumping out. So then they were like, okay, so now that you see what's going on, you tell us. Like, they was testing me. You tell us which one you think is real, which one you think is not. So they showed me all. And you know what's crazy? A lot of these dinosaurs that I seen that they showed me were in the water. They were like water dinosaurs. Some of them I had never seen pictures. And I've seen a lot of stuff between, being born and raised on the water, seeing all kind of animals, sea creatures, and my son. Listen. So now I got these two reels in front of me and they're moving. I'm talking about it's so many. And then they slowing down. And it's like, which one you think is fake? And I'm literally like I'm in class. And I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, oh God. Well, that nose is long. Those tentacles is fake. That nose is short. And them tentacles, I don't know. That one look. And it was like 3 of them I had to choose. And each one that I chose the real one. And they was like, correct. Right? So then it goes off of that. And now they're talking to me. All right? So they're saying, no worries, right? Don't worry. No worries. So I say, well, what do you mean, no worries? Like what are we supposed to do? Because now it's not, I'm talking for us. What are we supposed to do? So they were like, the green synergy, right? I say, yeah, the green that's coming off the earth. They were talking about how the earth is getting ready to release this, and it's only released so many thousands of years. I ain't go into details when. All I needed to know was what and what I need to do to save me and mine. All right. So it's something about this synergy or this energy that goes into your body when you soak it up, right? With your bare skin on the earth. That's like what I got. So if you want to take your ass out there and lay on the ground, don't get it, right? Get it. When it goes into your body, it's like it locks in on your DNA. Like when I seen like the body, it was like the green synergy or the green energy. It was just like all over the body. And it's like it locks on your DNA. I don't know if it repairs something in there. I don't know what it does. But they call it your key. They like, this is your key. So now they show me The Walking Dead. I don't know how many of y'all into The Walking Dead, but I'm into The Walking Dead. I ain't got into the last season yet. I ain't had the time, but I'm coming. Right? And you know how like on The Walking Dead, how like the zombies, if you smell like them, they won't attack you. But then I seen like it was something about the smell and the movement. So then I seen like this, I don't want to call it a monster, but it was like an animal. I'm gonna say that. And it was huge. And it was like coming up to feed or eat or something. And now all of a sudden it's like I'm at the shoreline. And I'm like, what's going on? I ain't even scared, y'all. I ain't even scared. I'm like, what's going on now? I'm all the way at the shore. And it's like this thing came out of the water, this creature. It came out of the water. It was scary looking because I ain't never seen nothing like it. But I know I'm in a dream. So my best thing to do was sit and observe what was it going to do. It's like it literally came out and sniffed me and was like, oh, you one of me. And it just left. Whatever this green energy is, whatever this green synergy is, that is going to come up or the earth is going to release. This is your key to like live. This is your key to survival. I don't know. They just said the key. I ain't asked the key to what or nothing. Because I still know I'm in a dream and at any time I can get up. Right? I can wake up. So they just told me like this is your key. Right? This is going to be your key. I don't know what you need to do. I don't know if you want to build a mud pit. Because I told my kids, I said I'm finna build a mud pit for our feet. We ain't even got, I don't care if y'all want to sit in it. You know, any other time, you know, your parents, they yell at the kids, you always getting dirty. Let them get dirty. Hell, you go out there and get dirty with them. I'm telling you. Everything has to be returned to its original state. The other thing, when I talked about like the signs of like how the earth is letting up the cicadas, you can see the northern lights as they call them. The other thing, have y'all not been paying attention and seeing like the people talking to the animals and how the animals are responding to the people like they know what they're talking about? We're coming back into a rhythm. Cause see, if you know, you know, if you know a little something, you know, it came a point in time where we could speak to animals. Animals could speak to us. If you pay attention or you look, you can start seeing these people talking to the animals. I ain't talking about no cats. I ain't talking about no dogs. I'm talking about just wild animals. I've seen people walk out and a deer comes out of nowhere and shoot and they freaking out. Oh my God, it's a deer. And then they calm down and they're like, hey, you want something to eat? Let me go in the house and get an apple. And the deer just sits there like, yeah, go get the apple. I seen one where this man caught a catfish. And the catfish was talking. And the man was sitting there talking to the catfish. Now, when you see it, you think it's funny. I don't know if you've seen the videos of the animals talking and you can literally understand what they were saying. Because it sounded like to me that catfish was telling that man to let him go. I promise to you. And my kids was like, Mom, you seen that? I say, yeah, but you know what's crazy? You know how I feel? I feel like maybe they've been talking the whole time. And that we are starting to get to a frequency again, right? Because they keep talking about the fallen. Because we are the fallen, right? I feel like we're building back up to a time where now their frequency is high enough that maybe we're starting to understand again. That's how I feel. And when you start hearing these animals talk, do you really want to keep fucking eating them? I'm just saying. Anyway, this dream, right, was just a few days ago. They've been on my ass. Tell them, get to him. So now they tell me I can finally tell you guys about another dream I had years ago, which once again, it was not a dream, it was a vision. But this dream was about a gold pyramid. It was about Michael, the archangel Michael. It was about a whole bunch of what they call them, Aboriginal people. It had something to do with water. Again, water. And it had, I used to know the name of them. You know, the movie Predator, those beings that they try to tell you they not real. It's just a movie. Okay. I forgot their name, what they call, but I think it starts with a Y or something. Was there. So now they're like, okay, now you can tell the people about that dream. Now in that dream, I would say it's a dream because I was able to go in and decipher a lot of the stuff that was there. So now I got to go back and find my books, but I remember the dream just like I dreamed it. So it's going to take me a little time, probably a couple of days, for me to write down my dream because I don't ever want to forget anything, because you never know what part might be for a person, right? And I'm going to decipher because alligators was there. I remember the temperature of the water. I remember walking in the river. Oh my God, y'all have no idea. I had a dream with Bobby Hemmett. Oh my God, it's a lot. I done had a dream with oh God, what's her name? The elder that passed. I can't even. Maya Angelou came to me. Like, y'all have no idea what goes on over here. I've caught beings, man. Listen. Anyway, I'm gonna come back shortly with that dream, right? Or that dream, and I'm gonna tell you guys about that. But please, please, please save yourself. Share this video with as many people as possible, because we trying to save lives, like we trying to save people. And if they're telling us all we have to do is walk around on the earth and soak up this green synergy, energy, germ, I don't give a damn what it is, something positive, I think everybody needs to know, right? I'm Leah, right? This is Enlightened Mystic. You can email me at enlightenedmysticessentials@gmail. My website is enlightenedmystic.org. That website is actually being tweaked, but you can send me chats there. I chat right back. If it's anything you need, let me show you what we have. We have a few things. Candles, statues. I got all kind of stuff. I got trying not to knock over anything. Sprays. What is this? Hi John. I got a lot of candles. I actually have a lot of made to order candles. We have oh my God, colognes. I got a lot of stuff. I work with a lot of people. What is this? Camphor water. We have chakras. I have a lot of stuff over here. I got stuff everywhere, because different people need different things. Baths. Listen, get at me. If you have any questions, email me. I email back. I chat right back. Let's go, man. Save lives. I love you guys. I'll be back. If not with the dream right away, I'll be back with a read, because they have been bombarding me with reads. Like, this is what I need you to go on and do. This is what because this is like, we coming, like they told me, countdown. We are in a time of countdown. I don't know how long. I don't even care. I'm just grateful for you coming in and telling me what to do. That's so simple. So simple. So simple. So simple. Listen, I love you guys. I'm Leah. Until next time, work it out, figure it out, and take care.